So they're coming for our children.
Yeah.
You know?
It's,
how do you get to us?
Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, your kids don't celebrate it, you tell them. At your school, they still doing Secret Santa, Secret Giving, it's shit everywhere. So it's like...
And they try to make you participate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They'll make you feel bad if you don't participate.
Yeah.
Partake in that shit, man.
We're like the Grinch. Yeah. You know? Because we don't partake in it. Now we're the party.
Yeah, he wasn't even there.
But that's basically what it is. It's just Esau, devil, these other nations, you know, with their idols, hijacking our children.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to worship their gods. And according to the scriptures, we know that the Heavenly Father is a jealous power, man. So they're openly declaring war on the Lord. You know, this is an act of war. Basically, that's what it is.
Our people are against the kids too. You know, our people read right into their eyes instead of fighting for the Lord and for their children's lives with the Lord. Okay.
Finish that.
Deuteronomy 7 and 25. The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination unto the Lord, Yahweh thy father.
Snare. Basically, it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like when you have spiritual fornication with an idol, it defiles your spirit. You know, and the things that you have to do to serve those idols, it involves defilement of your flesh and your spirit. So whether it's an act of, homosexuality, adultery, basically unclean acts, man. If you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter, it ties the spirit of idolatry with the practices of defilement of the flesh. You know, it goes into that, man. It's all tied into idol worship. Like what did when they set up the abomination of desolation on the altar, you know, what acts were being committed to worship that God that he had them serving?
Yeah.
He had to, basically drink. They had to get drunk. They had the temple harlots up in there.
Probably drank blood and shit.
Yeah, and they had to sacrifice swine's flesh.
Yeah.
And they had to basically lay down and have orgies with the women in there. In the holy place.
Yeah. Well, our gold and silver was laid consecrated.
Yeah.
They took and did all that filthy meat.
But once you've done that, man, that's in the Lord's eyes, you're defiled. You're like, I don't even want to see you, man. Like a man whose woman went and got ran through or got a train ran over by other men. Once you after that, that's not your woman anymore. You don't even want to touch her. You don't want to see her. You know, you like, hell no.
Left her with all
You a nasty bitch.
Yeah.
You
go back to that.
You a filthy hoe.
You disgusted by the even thought of that bitch.
Yeah.
Now, if I can make a quick correlation, what's the new temple? Us. So putting this type of practices in your spirit and doing the same abominable acts, like the abomination of desolation. Into that temple, it's the same wicked acts going into our spiritually into this temple, which is our bodies.
Yeah, that's why even was that Apostle Paul? He said basically touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. He was quoting Isaiah 52. Isaiah 52 and 11 says, depart ye, go ye out from thence, touch no unclean thing. Go ye out of the midst of her, be ye clean, that bear the vessels of the Lord. And what does that mean? Meaning, spiritually, morally, remain pure from the unclean sin of idolatry. All right, don't worship these other idols, these deities, and they're celebrated in different forms. Christmas is just a different form of Nimrod worship. You know, Mother's Day is another form of celebrating or worshiping the Queen of Heaven, which was Semiramis.
Nimrod's mother.
It's all just different forms. You take it on the different forms, no matter what you call it. And the nations of old, they was doing the same practices. Was there more to that in Deuteronomy? You get that last verse and then God get y'all.
Verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house.
Hey, that tree. Don't bring that into your house. Yeah.
And that goes for the image of Jesus that was depicted after Saturnalia was here. Don't bring that shit in your house. Don't bring the crucifix in your
Don't
house.
bring the wreath.
Don't bring
that in.
certain them candles with the little images and all that shit on there. Don't bring none of that.
Don't bring that star that you put at the top of
Top,
the
yeah. Star, angel, none of that shit.
angel.
None of that. Don't even bring that spirit. That's why when we talk about that cometh out of a man is what defiles his brother before it goes in. The thoughts of your heart is what comes out. And that's what makes you start acting out. Now, I'm gonna just keep this one little something. It ain't gonna be that bad. And that begins to turn the minds of the people and corrupt those around them.
Take up their lessons. You know, that gold, they did what with it? They made it to their building, and they made that golden calf.
Yeah.
That was an idol. And what Yahweh Bashim outside do? Hey, the earth swallowed them niggas, man.
He killed a lot of them niggas off in that one.
Yeah.
Killed their asses off, man. One day the Lord just killed 23,000 of them.
Yeah. Probably was just talking shit, the nigga women running their mouth, you know, niggas complaining.
Says, neither shalt thou bring any abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
So it's a curse.
Yeah.
When something is a curse, that means that there's an impending doom waiting for you. You know? Something evil is pending. As long as you know, have it in your possession, as long as you worship it, you got it by you, wearing it, you got it in your house, that's why people's houses get burned down every year.
I was just looking at any recent articles. You had some, like, you know,
Of course.
family loses their home at the Christmas tree fire. They say the damn artificial tree started a house fire.
The one with the lights on
Yeah, you probably, yeah.
Call lawyer Blayah Bashim.
Call lawyer, but she was
it. How many incidents is it gonna take for you to realize it's some bad shit to be doing, man? Leave that shit the fuck alone.
And then a good number of you never got a chance to even bring that shit into your house.
Yeah.
Because your shit got froze over.
Uh-huh.
The Lord sent a bomb cyclone on your asses and you couldn't get nowhere. You was about to go and do your wickedness. The Lord stopped you in your tracks and froze you in your tracks. You was on the highway about to go, you know, about to go across town or go into another state.
Yeah. They had all their shit planned out. I'm gonna go get this tree. I'm gonna stop and get this and shit.
Bring this wine and whatever.
Bring all these drinks.
Pies and shit. Nope.
Shit frozen on top of your roof.
Yeah, no electricity to keep that shit warm. Couldn't cook it. Couldn't light your tree.
Couldn't cook. Power out.
Couldn't do shit. No heat. You know? Good, man. The Lord did that.
Right.
The Lord hate and despise your feast days. He ain't with that spirit, man. You know? He ain't with it. He even says that in Amos, I will turn your feast days into days of mourning. You know? All we can hear instead of happy holidays is this many people that died. You know, there was a car piled up on this freeway over here. This guy froze to death. You know, like that's all you hear.
Yeah.
Pray for the people of the city of Buffalo.
You know?
You know, whole town just covered in snow.
That iced over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a pickaxe to tell them break your shit loose, man. Who gonna stand outside and do that though?
And
That manpower.
and the cool part about it is winter just started.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We like maybe 3 days in the winter.
Yeah.
So
Which is really what you're worshiping.
yeah, yeah.
Is the festival of winter
Worship of
solstice.
you. Pagans, man. They don't even tell you that this is all a pagan time. All the witches, man, they into this shit.
When you go into that satanic calendar, man, all the dates get real heavy in this from pretty much the Hallows Eve till now. It's just blood
Satan's calendar.
orgy, orgy,
Look up Satan's calendar.
kidnapping,
Yeah,
sacrifice,
yeah.
orgy, ritual with children,
it's-
male rituals, young males.
It's a continuance. It's a continuance from that what they call harvest season around Halloween and all that shit. Because we always get in how that's a demonic time where you see a lot of kids missing and sacrifices. So this is just a carryover.
Just
continue on to this
That's
time.
just the kickoff of the season.
Yeah.
And they even came up with deities and demons, you know, that they indirectly worship, but they worship and they told in folklore that were reasons why your kids was being taken.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, goes right back to as they had those that were all about Santa Claus and Saint Nick. They had his companion. They didn't call his companion, which was Krampus, which is the fucking Grinch. That's all it is. Same cartoon version drawn of the Grinch. I mean, Krampus is the Grinch. Same bad spirit. If you anti-Christmas, which the Grinch is anti-Christmas. If you bad, you get to deal with it. What does he do? Eats children and does all kinds of crazy shit to them. You know, same spirit, same energy, same carryover. All right, putting all your energy into that. Okay.
This is Jeremiah, right here at 17. It's like Jeremiah 7,
Yep.
17. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
Whoa. Hold on. I had that earlier. I was gonna start up though. Start up at 14. Yeah, that's right.
It's Jeremiah 7, 14. It says, and now because ye have done all these works, says the Lord Yahweh.
That's the second Bible. Yeah, very proud. Hundreds of years.
Yeah.
I was gonna stay with that. Just read through, but you'll the points to catch.
Jeremiah 7 and 8. It says, behold, you trust in lying words that cannot profit. Will ye still murder and commit adultery and swear falsely and burn incense unto Baal and walk after other gods whom ye know not? And come
Still the same commemoration. Then that still happens now.
and come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations.
You do all this in the eyes of birth of Jesus, you know,
Yeah.
Messiah, and God bless this food and these abominations. You do all of that, you stand before the Lord,
Yeah.
saying, honor us for honoring you. And he's like, man, it's a deal. Spit in my face.
Hey, but that's how they fooled the people, thinking that that's what made it okay, thinking that it was for the church and for God and all of that shit.
When they mixed these pagan religions and traditions into like when they mixed these pagan traditions into religion, that's what really took people over. That's what really brought everybody into that oneness,
Yeah.
believing in bullshit though,
Yeah.
believing in demonic energy.
And the way they have it backwards. They think it's rooted in the church
Right.
and not paganism. When